Okay, so we are live streaming. Welcome, people. This is another Infinite Ammo weekly live stream. Let me just get set up really quickly. We're going to talk about some topics with the gaming group, and we're going to play some Crash Bandicoot 3 Warped. I've been playing this game for like a couple of minutes, and I really enjoy it. One of my favorite Crash games of all time. So I'm going to just play through it and talk about some Infinite Ammo stuff with you guys because I know it's been a while. God, it's been a long time. So to let people know, I have still been on vacation. That has not changed. When I said that I was definitely going to take a break from podcast stuff, I really meant it for this channel. I know a lot of people really want to see what we do next, but yeah, there's a topic in here that I wanted to talk about, and that was quality over quantity. Like, this is the reason why I took this hiatus. This is the reason why the schedule has changed, and I'm going to talk about that more in depth. So, new schedule. We are going to do content specifically on Fridays and Saturdays only. So, because I don't know why, but every time there's a streaming day on Thursday, no one just participates or even thinks about it. So, I decided to remove the fat. So now streaming days are not on Thursdays. If there's going to be a streaming day, it's probably going to be on Saturday. And I'm probably going to be around for it. So, Saturdays and Fridays is content stuff for IAS. And Mondays and Tuesdays is content for my channel in particular. I think it's best that way. I get a 3-day break. So, I'm off on Sundays. I'm off on Wednesdays. And I'm off on Thursdays. And it's content once a week, so the week after there's no content. We might do movie stuff, which would be that Monday, but that's about it. So those are the new changes to our schedule. Basically the banner is correct, because I did put a new banner up not too long ago. And I can't be wrong on those days either, so I had to put that shit up so people can see it. What else topics do we have here to talk about? Alright, so there's been some small, I don't want to say it's a huge controversy, just a small one. There's been people who think they haven't been getting proper crediting when it comes to being promoted on our channel if they do content with us. We had one guy in particular make those claims, which is kind of outlandish because each and every single podcast that we have, there's always like intros and outros. Can I kill this guy here? I'm just wondering. Okay, back to the topic. There's always intros and outros, like every single time. You can plug your shit. I don't care. Like if it's the intro or the outro, you can plug your shit wherever. But if it's like the middle of the show, it's like, what are you doing, fam? You know, it's like, I understand people want their proper credits. But the show must go on, so there's a reason why you can't plug your shit throughout the entire fucking show. That makes no sense. So I said the whole description thing for YouTube is dead. No one reads descriptions anymore. It's just common. I'm kind of giving up on them. So now I decided to create this graphic where, and I think someone suggested this to me, like Cryotic does the same shit. He created a graphic where you can simply have the people's names and Twitters and YouTubes up on the video. And then once that is completed, people will be able to see exactly who is who, what is what, and the intros and outros still take place. After that, I don't want to hear no more people saying, oh, I don't get credits or whatever, because at that point it's just untrue. Like, everyone gets theirs. All the people that help us out, they get their proper due diligence. I don't want to hear it afterwards after this. So I kind of wanted to just talk about that because it sort of that death is funny. It sort of coincides with the problems that I have with the new members. And that is, a lot of people who join us, they're just here for YouTube shit. That's it. And it's a proper and valid criticism. I understand you want to get your channel off the ground, but our group is not the place for it. Because my mentality is, if you are going to promote your channel or content to one specific location, there has to be a reason for me to subscribe. It's just the nature of all things. You don't just sub to someone who says, hey bro, I'm gonna subscribe to you, I'm gonna drop my fucking link here, and you don't interact with them. And that's been a huge problem. So we have created the questionnaire application for the Infinite Ammo Syndicate for new members. It is basically a 12-page, well, not 12-page, excuse me, it's a 12-question application where people can give their thoughts on gaming related questions, personality related questions, and they can sort of give their answers to that. Once that's completed, we consider the new member for the opportunity and we see if they're good or not. We talk about it amongst the hosts and the regulars. If a person's not good to join our group and they seem like they're just there for YouTube, then I'm sorry, but usually those people get terminated. I'm gonna be real. I'm gonna be 100% honest about those new members that just didn't make the cut after that new application. And there's been so many people who just didn't pass because they didn't know how to answer those questions right. So I'm kind of grateful for that. But after this video, after this live stream, if anyone's interested in the group, I will simply link that application in the description below and you can test your hand. Let's see, what else do we have here? I forgot that breaks when you go in here. I really forgot about that. This is like the easiest stage known to man if you know what you're doing. So there's some other shit I have to address. Oh yes, okay, so this is important. San Diego Comic-Con. I know we covered it last year. I will not cover it on this channel this year. I will probably cover it on my own channel. The reason being, I feel as though, okay, I love all the news. As a comic book fan, I appreciate everything that they're putting out so far. There's a lot of stuff that's interesting. They're making a Suicide Squad film for the animated DC universe, whatever. That's pretty cool. Because I really like Batman Assault on Arkham, so I think they're going to do well there. However, because there hasn't been a lot of trailers, there's no visuals. So I would rather have the people see what we're talking about than to simply say we're going to make a podcast here about San Diego Comic-Con. There's not a lot of trailers out there, to be honest. And I found that kind of disappointing. Because, you know, they had this Punisher trailer, and you know how Marvel is. They just will not show all this good stuff to a random date. When that random date comes, we don't know when they're going to show it. But if it's not, like, public at Comic-Con on the internet, then people have less context. And it really sucks. It really sucks they're not showing a lot of trailers this year. Granted, Defenders, I enjoyed the second trailer. Pretty hype stuff, but we're not covering San Diego Comic-Con this year. But I will be talking about it on my channel because, like I said, the stuff that I know about, it is some exciting shit. I'm not gonna lie. The same also goes for, what the hell was it? I think it was Castlevania Season 1 for Netflix, because we were going to have a podcast on that. The reason why I sort of decided not to is because they're having Season 2, so we might as well talk about all the seasons, everything else, when Season 2 comes out. That includes Season 1, so that's going to also get kind of put on the back burner. Also, what's up, Dom? Also, I never played this level, so if I die a lot, you know us already. You know what's good. Also, I'm not playing serious anyway, so I'm just sort of having some gameplay in the background. I knew I was going to fucking die. Having some gameplay in the background while I talk to people about group stuff. So what else do we have here? Okay, so this is another topic that we have here that was a problem. People have complained about being semi-selective for content because once they pass the application, it's like we're still testing them. You know, if they become like members in the group, we're still sort of testing them in that process. So just because you might have passed the application doesn't mean you're out of the woods yet. We want to see if you definitely hold your weight. So people have been complaining like, I already got selected in the group, how come I can't get on the podcast? And there might be a reason for that, because everyone cannot get on there. There's been some people that just haven't, there's like, I don't want to be mean, but there are some people out there that just aren't podcast like material. Like, I don't want to sound vain or anything like that, but there's just some people that their opinions might be too radical. Their speech might be hard to comprehend because we have the EU podcast and people are from different countries. So it's like, if it's hard to really know what you're saying, or if you're just like, you know, you're the super unfiltered guy and we don't want that on air, then there might be a chance that we just don't select you. And don't take it as like personal offense, because I had people who I said, yeah, you can't get on air. I had people who took offense to it, and it's like, no, man, you can still talk to the group members. It's just you can't be on the podcast. That's the only problem. But it's perfectly fine if people, you know, they just can't handle it and they want to sort of exit out. That's fine. You can do what you want. But if it is what it is, then that's the final decision. And if people agree to it, then I don't know what else to tell you there. Also, I know I did not get all the boxes for that, so that's kind of annoying. I wasn't paying attention anyway, so. But that seems like a very simple stage. I just don't know. I just don't know how you will be able to get everything with those bouncy fucking things. There's like a second part of the stage, unless you don't jump up there. Maybe that's the thing too. Anyway, let's see what Dom said in the chat. There were people complaining about the Evil Within 2 pre-order DLC. There was pre-order DLC in the first game, so I don't even know. I don't even know why people complain about that. Because there were different agony bolts, to my memory, that you could pre-order. And there was the Fighting Chance pack. So it's not like it's uncommon that the Evil Within 2 has DLC. That makes no sense for people complaining about that. And even then, we got like two full DLC chapters. Like, we got the Consequence, and we also got the Assignment. So, I mean, usually when they have expansions like that, that means they're at least considering the fans and they're bringing out more content to play. So, I don't know why people are complaining. But people will complain about anything. This is the gaming community, so I'm not surprised. Also, I played the stage in the demo. Because they did have a Crash 3 Warp demo, from what I remember. Yeah, I'm not going for all the bosses yet. Let's see, what else other topics do we have here? Let me take a look at my document. So I said what I had to say about new members. They've been pretty meh. I'm not gonna lie. Some people need to step it up. There are some people that's really cool though. I really enjoy Say Something Nice. He's a really cool guy. He's gonna be with us on the podcast for Defenders. I also like I forget her name, Rena Arena. She's pretty cool too. But some other people do need to step it up. Like if I just see you posting in the shameless plug section and you're not participating, then I already know what's up. So less people promoting their videos, more people actually participating in content would be pretty nice. And the whole self-promoting thing, like, it's a thin ice area, right? Because the way I look at it, and I'm dead. The way I look at self-promoting, I do it in a way that captivates rather than say, here's my link, bro. Make sure you drop a fucking subscription and a like. You know how vague that is. You know how completely and utterly pointless something like that is. If you post a link out in the wild and it does nothing to engage the user, do you honestly believe that they are going to look at your content? No. No, they're not. It's never gonna happen. You have to be like very charismatic about it. And I know that's hard. That's really hard, but that's the best way to justify self-promoting. And it's gotten to a point in the Discord where it's like that's all people do, so I kind of had to disable the what is it? The at spam. You know, when you at people Discord, like everyone in here and all that, I had to disable that for regular users because it's like, yo, talk in the main chat. I'm being 100% honest. I'm being dead serious. If you're just here to post videos and you don't do it in a specific way, then people aren't going to look at your channel. Chemistry will always be key for the Infinite Ammo Syndicate, and that is not changing for anyone. I don't know what makes other people so special or think it believes they're special, but that's how it's going to be. And I love ingesting good content, don't get me wrong. If your content is great, there is a likelihood that I may watch it. But if it's just some sub for sub bullshit, no. I had enough of that in my YouTube comments. You know how fucking I get tired of people leaving comments saying, oh, if you subscribe to my channel, then I'll sub to yours. I'm like, fuck off, bro. I don't want to have that garbage on my channel. So yeah, that's what I think about the whole self-promoting deal. Some people are good. Some people I actually do like their channel for new members. Other people need to step it up in terms of conversation. Let's see, what else? Let me see what Dom said. Gonna be doing a video on that. Yeah, man, like I said, it's not uncommon for Evil Within to have DLC. I don't know why people... And it's not bad DLC. Now, granted, yeah, I can see a point of those different agony bolts. Maybe they should have been in the game as unlockables. I'm not going to dispute that at all because it's like, you know, it's a different weapon. Maybe it should be in the game. It could add a gameplay dynamic if you had those originally. However, it's pre-order DLC, so we already know how I feel about that. I really don't care about pre-order DLC. But it's not like to say this is a totally new thing that Bethesda's doing for Evil Within. It's something that you should expect at this rate for their game. And they could bring out story DLC, and that could actually be really good. You never know. If it really ties up the story and it brings up more, you know, it brings up more good than harm, then I'm all for it. Also, I don't think I ever beat this level in the demo, so I don't remember much from it. But I heard from my friends there were a lot of crash vehicle segments. How did I get past that? You see that? You gotta drive slow through that bitch. Yeah, but people complain like that's new. No, it's not a new thing for Bethesda. This is Bethesda, man. It comes with the territory. Let's see, what else do we have here? Okay, so upcoming content, even though I explained the hiatus like earlier in the video, you can go ahead and look at that earlier in the video. But upcoming content is still happening, and they do have dates, and I'm going to put those dates in the new event planner. The first thing is we're going to have a episodic discussion on the PlayStation 1 with the IAS EU group on July 29th. So those guys are going to coordinate that. They did a PlayStation 2 discussion, so I'm pretty confident in their ability to do that, along with the new people that joined us. next up, we're going to talk about Gamescom. That is off break. That is going to be August 22nd. Gamescom, once again, for people who don't know, that's an event in Cologne, Germany. And they essentially talk about, video games. But the interesting thing is E3 this year was not that great. So it's anyone's ballpark in terms of a quality event for video games. I'm hoping they show more of Evil Within 2. They probably will, and Wolfenstein 2, the New Colossus. I'm really looking forward to those two games, and hopefully maybe Sony brings out some extra content as well for Gamescom, because like I said, it's anyone's ballpark. E3 was kind of disappointing. I'm not gonna lie. So I'm looking forward. Gamescom was good last year, actually. I just remember that. Like, Gamescom was really good last year, and I really fucking enjoyed it. It wasn't to the same level as E3, but it was still pretty damn good last year. So I'm hoping for the best this year. And I have some friends probably going to, so I'll ask them about it whenever they get the chance to go. Yeah, like, back to the gaming topic, DLC is inevitable. It is. It's inevitable. We just have to sort of deal with it. But there's still the topic of, yeah, there can be good DLC and there can be bad DLC, and that's not what we're disputing here. We're simply saying that because Evil Within 1 did this already, then there's no reason to say, oh, the sequel's like gonna give us like a full experience. They're gonna do all this stuff. No, they'll probably give you DLC because the first game had it. And I don't know why people are just weird, man. They really are. People have weird opinions. There's people defending, I wanted to talk about this too. There's people defending PlayStation like now after all this time. Like, even though you have to wait and get in line, you have to wait to stream your game in a queue, and there's still people defending PlayStation now. I never ever heard of a service where you have to wait in fucking line to play your games after you pay for a service. And PlayStation Now, the last time I remember, man, that shit, if you want that shit for like 10 to 12 months, it's not cheap. How can you defend waiting in line to play a streamed service? People blow my mind. It blows my fucking mind. I just don't get it. I know everyone has opinions. That's cool. Everyone has their personal opinions. I'm not gonna knock you if you like something, but it's like, come on, bro. You gotta come up with something better than that. Also, I don't think I got the crystal there. Yeah, I kind of skipped out on it. That's probably why the other area did not unlock. Let me see. I got it for that one. I have to get it for this one. Okay. This summer has just been okay in terms of news. Like, I'm gonna be honest, after E3, there was not a whole lot of gaming news that really made me say, holy shit, that's really a good ass announcement. I don't know. I can't contain my hype, No, it's just been like kind of quiet while we wait for like shit like Gamescom. Now, granted, it's funny how the announcements that did come out were a lot more hype than E3 was, because as much as people, they have their criticisms with Telltale, the stuff that they announced was pretty cool, actually. I'm really looking forward to Batman: The Enemy Within. I think that's gonna be cool because I like the first one. And they're ending Walking Dead, which honestly, I do believe that Walking Dead needed to end. And that's a good thing they're doing that. Oh shit! Oh, I'm trying to slide jump and I can't get it. I'm not really into Infinite. I mean, yeah, people might like it, but I'm not into it like that. It's like, man, whatever. It's a whatever game to me. For me personally, gaming news and gaming releases don't pick up till the winter. It's like companies just decide to go like the winter or like later on, because October's pretty crazy, and then Christmas is probably going to be crazy with the sales, because you know, Steam sales, PSN sales, all that nonsense. Bundles. There's probably going to be a lot more bundles this year. So yeah, it later in the year is definitely a lot more crazy than the summer. Summer's just quiet. So the most interesting thing during the summer is like movie shit. So I really want to see Spider-Man Homecoming like super bad. You have no idea. Also, is that a zombie? What? Oh yeah, I keep forgetting about the Yakuza series. Man, I had to go back and I had to beat the third game. I really enjoyed the fuck out of it, but I just stopped playing it because I had so many other games to play. It was unbelievable. It's like, man, okay, as soon as I wanted to play more Yakuza, Crash came out. And I was like, fuck, man. Alright, I'm enjoying Crash so far, even though Crash 1 is super fucking hard. Crash 2 was alright, but there's still some annoying levels in Crash 2. Boy, there are. And Warp seems pretty straightforward, but I'll get back to it eventually. I'm reading Dom's comment right now. Think about The Walking Dead, the creator of the comic. Yeah, well, for the games, like, once you go through, what was that last season they had? Season 3, The New Frontier. It really seems like it does need to end, because even though I liked the new main protagonist they had, I still am in that mindset where it's like, yeah, where is more Clementine screen time, please? And they're sort of giving the fans that with the final season, so it's a good idea. It's like a really good idea overall that they're doing with the final season. Also, I went backwards. It took me a while to notice that. And they're giving people Wolf Among Us, which people wanted for years. So I gotta give credit, man. There's a lot more announcements that came post E3 that seems a lot more exciting than E3 itself. I am curious though. A lot of people are saying now we just have debates of people saying, is the Xbox One X going to sell on November or not? And we already know that's kind of not probably gonna happen. It's not gonna sell well. That's $500 off the rip, man. It's crazy. Oh shit. Fuck. Okay, those jumps I really cannot stand. Plus I don't have any like superpowers or anything because I just started this game. There we go. Oh no! The fucking grass slows you down? What? Okay then. Nitro boxes. More grass. Okay. I kind of wanted to... I don't know if the thing about the PlayStation doing well is, of course, it's on top of NPD. But the Pro is a different story. It seems that PlayStation just acknowledged that they sold like about 1 million for the Pro, and they lumped it all in with the major sales of the PlayStation 4. So I don't think the Pro is going to really do as much numbers in the long run as the base PlayStation units. But it still is something for Sony. If anything, I still think that the PSVR that's probably not going anywhere anytime soon if they keep having those bouts of not releasing any games on PlayStation VR that's really worth buying that system, that whole headset. Because there hasn't been PSVR talk since... I mean, they talked about it at E3, but after that, like, no, not after, before that, they talked about PSVR like last year, and that's pretty crazy. Also, I need to go to a convention sometime, man. I'm missing out. I really might go to AwesomeCon like next year, but we'll see what happens. So let's see. Anything else about infinite ammo stuff I need to talk about? No, I think I covered pretty much everything. Oh, except two things. Number one, it's super small though. There's been people saying everything hasn't been rebranded yet, and it's super simple. Like, you know, oh my god. Okay, the fucking lion swallow you whole. So back to my point. Everything hasn't been rebranded yet because I haven't just gotten around to it instantly since I've been on like vacation. So that is probably why you probably still might see some old cooperative experience logos, and that is, you know, intentional because I haven't gotten around to it yet. Whenever I change it, I will let you guys know. But yeah, just stay patient. Everything will be rebranded with time. Okay, so there's something stupid that happens in this level. I'm trying to exploit it, actually. I think if you stand right here, yeah, they throw fucking cheese at you if you try to exploit the standing there. Because I think in the original Crash 3, you can stand right here and not get hit by the lions, and they fixed that in this game. There we go. Yeah, you beat Dark Souls 3. That shit probably took you like 8 years, Reapers. I platinumed 2 games in that process. Also, I don't have Dark Souls 3, so there's no excuse. Also, fucking... Oh, yeah, I remember. Dude, that was the dumbest thing I ever heard in my life. Crash Souls, man. Crash is harder than Dark Souls. I platinumed the first game and the second one. And I'm telling you, man, it's... I don't even know where that comparison came from because it's not even the same genre. You're comparing a platformer to a RPG role-playing game, you know? It doesn't make sense. 3 weeks. Man, 3 weeks fucking is like a light year. Come on now. Get out of here with that garbage. Beat your games in a week, faggot. But if it hasn't been stupid gaming journalism, it's just been, you know, a lot of stuff going on at Comic-Con. That's all I've been tuning into. Okay, that's pretty easy to avoid now that I think about it. But if there's any questions in the chat, I will be taking them because I am all out from my document. So if there's any questions, just let me know. How, man? I fucking moved to the right. Nah, man, because the last time I tried to download Dark Souls illegally, it didn't work. And that was for the first game. Maybe you have to do some extra shit, but I already heard, like, supposedly that game's like at 30 FPS or some shit, and you have to fix it. So I just might, like, buy that shit on Steam and see what happens. As long as I can still fix the game to be at 60 FPS, I'm fine with that. Okay, one more hit and he's dead. How do I feel about Total Biscuit? He's an idiot. Why do I say that? Because, okay, this dude claimed that, oh man, I have cancer and shit. You know, I know that's pretty bad. I have cancer. I'm gonna stay off the internet. I'm not going to appease the trolls. Why do you still do it? It's like very hypocritical, you know? If you have a problem and you want to stay off the internet, don't go and appease trolls. Don't fucking do it. Because then you're giving them more ammo, you're going to get more stress, you're going to get more fucking gray hairs. Take a break. And it's kind of sad because I did like Total Biscuit's content for what it was. There needs to be more channels out there on YouTube that does content on PC and bad PC ports. Honestly, I would love to start a podcast about it too. Because the thing is, there's a lot of shitty PC ports out there that developers don't really adhere to fixing. And it's really, really disappointing for the PC gamers. Like, holy shit, how do they get these ports so bad? It blows my mind. And I really appreciate content where people talk about these ports and they decide if they're good or bad and if it should be worth your purchase. Gee whiz. Jim Sterling wanting to run devs off Steam based on what they say that he doesn't like on Twitter. What? That's crazy, man. Okay, so I mean the Steam review thing, I don't take it seriously because there's a lot of people that. Now, granted, if your game is overwhelmingly bad, then yeah, that's a different story. But if it's just some troll review or if it's someone bitching and whining about the game, I don't take that seriously. If it's just like, you know, a game that doesn't cater to them, I look at all the technical aspects of a game, and I also look at how the port conducts itself on PC first, because I just don't want to play a broken piece of trash, you know. That's a legit complaint. But if it's someone like, oh, I don't like this character such and such, I'm gonna put it in my Steam review. I don't pay attention to that shit. I don't pay attention to troll reviews. I just don't do it. So for people to say I'm gonna run people off like a certain platform because I don't like something, that's pretty that's pretty small potatoes to me and childish. I'm not gonna lie. And that's another problem, like, people who just do reviews and stuff, I mean, you should be able to tell what a good review is and what a bad one is for a certain specific PC game. I can tell out of the gate when someone's being super biased and when someone's not. When someone has a fair review. I've seen people give, like, shit zeros for less, all because of like certain gameplay elements that's been common in games like forever. You know, this game's a first-person shooter. I don't like first-person shooters. I'm still gonna give this game a 0. I'm not gonna cite its merits at all, you know. That shit is, well, it's like, what do you expect at that point? If you don't like a genre, just don't play it. I'm not even gonna talk about Boogie. That man is okay. I'll put it like this: compared to other content creators, Boogie is not as bad as them because he doesn't go out of his way to spread misinformation and shit like that. Like motherfucking Crap Gamer, he has like 33K fucking subscribers now. His whole channel is based on misinformation. Every single second. And he has like 33K subscribers. Figure that out. But he's a nice dude, but he just lets people walk all over him. That's his problem. It's like sometimes you gotta stick up for yourself, even if you might say, oh well shit, you know, I don't want to hurt this person's feelings, but you know, you can't let people walk all over you at the same time, because if they see that, they're gonna keep doing it. And that's Boogie's problem. Now, I'm not going to get into the whole politics thing because, you know, we already know what happened at VidCon, but yeah. Sometimes you got to stand up for yourself. Man, at this point, how I feel about weapon wheel stuff is just, it's bad to me now, you know. It's like, I still laugh at all the stupid shit they do, but at the same time, I don't... Taking those guys serious for, like, gaming opinions? Hell no. Also, you cheeky cunts, there's a box right there. I'd rather watch somebody else. And I've been trying to build up that... I've been trying to build up a good subscriber base with the content that I watch. So, Weapon Wheel's probably not going to be on there much longer. I can guarantee that. Because I don't want to hear about other men fucking arguing every week. Too many people do that shit already. And that's why they make crap content. Also, yes, I am not getting the boxes intentionally because I'm trying to follow the roadmap of getting all the crystals first and then going back and beating all the levels again because I have to do it again anyway to get the time trials, but this game is not as hard as Crash 2 or Crash 1, so yeah. That's the thing, man. They argue every week. It's like, damn, those... I know that people... Like, sometimes people don't get along, but fuck, every week. At that point, you have to reevaluate your life or something. I cannot do it. It's a certain point when it becomes prolonged drama that I just stop caring. That's always been my philosophy. Like, I just stop caring after a certain point. It's like it doesn't... At a certain point, it doesn't matter who is right or wrong. I'm just fucking... I want to move on to something else. Also, Giant Snake. Fuck you. Neo DLC, I still need to beat the game. I think I might go back to Neo after Horizon, so I kind of want to... But I don't know what game I'm going to platinum next. That's the problem. Because I kind of want to go back and play Ratchet and Clank, the reboot, or whatever. And then after that, I might be able to go back and play all the stuff that I wanted to beat originally, and Neo is one of those games. So I don't know when I'm getting all the DLC and all that good stuff. It's good that it exists, so whenever I get the chance to go back, I can play it. Also, what is this? Something tells me that if I step on those symbols right there, I'm gonna die. Also, Death Route. Did I play Stormy Ascent? Yes, I did, and that level is... I don't like it. I don't like it. I know people say... Wait, this is the thing about Crash 1. If you're not ready to play... Now, people say Crash Souls and all that bullshit, but if you're not ready to sit down and play a level and learn it for, like, a few hours, then you're not gonna like Crash 1. It's like old school shit. It's like old school platforming. You're not gonna get it until you learn the level in and out. And Stormy Ascent is one of those levels. That's why I don't like it, because there's so many traps and it's way too long. But I got the crystal. I just need to do the time trial, which is going to be a pain in my ass. It's going to take me an hour or 2 or 3 to get it. And I die right there. It's going to take me so many hours, and then I'm going to fucking just beat it. That's how it works. Ugh. Whoa, what are... Oh, fucking monkeys? Get out of here. But I love Neo for what it was. The game is great, and I cannot wait to go back to it. Also, what is that? There's so many things that I never even played Crash 3, so I have no idea what these levels are. I'm just going by the motions. How do I feel about Abigail from Street Fighter 5? Okay. First things first, he's ugly. he's just fucking ugly, man. He's like, okay. So I don't have a, like, after seeing his model from Final Fight, I guess it sort of makes sense, but he just looks unappeasing to watch, unappeasing to play. he's fucking super large, so he was like, someone said he was like clipping through the screen at one point, and I was like, how can you make a character that big, but he fucking clips through the screen, he breaks the game. It's like, what the fuck's going on? So he just doesn't look appealing, like, in the slightest. And I would not buy that DLC. It's like, personally, maybe that's just me, but I wouldn't buy it. It seems like a waste. At this point, the only fighting game I'm interested in is Tekken 7. And when Dragon Ball FighterZ come out, whenever that comes out, I will be buying it. I would say Infinite, yeah, it looks, to me it looks a little bit more appeasing than Street Fighter 5, but I don't know about buying it. It's like I'm on it. I was a big Marvel 3 fan, and I did almost platinum Marvel 3, but after a certain point, I stopped going back to it because a lot of the nerfs were bullshit, and I did not like them. Although I'm glad Phoenix got nerfed, man. That needed to happen, and Sentinel. I cannot believe how broken those characters were at launch. Motherfucking level 3 Phoenix. She take out your entire team if you get touched. And I was like, this is bullshit. So I am at least glad that Capcom does try to listen to some extent, but it's still not good enough. The Street Fighter EX fighter Erica. I honestly don't know. Like, I'm not as hyped for Erica as other people because I never played Street Fighter EX. So I don't know what's the mechanics behind it. I don't know much about Erica. All I know is that if it is a good game, and that's a fucking pharaoh with a flamethrower. Okay, if it's a good game, I will pick it up. What? I killed that enemy. Bullshit. Yeah, MVC was like, MVC 3 in particular, that was like, if you get hit by like a combo or something, you might as well take a break. Also, I got flattened. I didn't know that could happen. If you get hit by a combo in Marvel vs. Capcom 3, you might as well take a piss break or something. It's like, all right, just call me when it's over. You know, because I used to do that shit to people as well, and you could not break it. Like, I just wish you could break out of it instead of doing the stupid, what was that mechanic they put in there? The push block. Oh, advancing guard. Oh, like, I would like to advance guard while I'm getting my ass like plundered by getting hit so many times from a stupid fucking low attack from Phoenix. Oh man, MVC, those were the days, boy, where everyone used Zero all the time because they knew Zero May Cry was hype. Let me see. Just looking at the chat here. But yeah, there, like I said, I still thoroughly enjoy Tekken 7. I might get KOF 14. I don't know at this point though. People say it's good, but at the same time it's like, I don't know. I did watch Evo, and honestly, I didn't watch Evo as much as I did last year. It's kind of weird. It's like I just didn't have the time to watch it. But I did see the Street Fighter Finals. Takedo, man, he was going in. That was pretty fun though. Yeah, Austin, I was just talking about like some group stuff earlier. This stream will archive. I was talking about like new members and stuff like that. I was talking about like some fan questions, so if you want to come back and watch the video, I'm definitely going to put it up so you can see what we were talking about. It's pretty interesting in the beginning, I'm not going to lie. I don't like Miguel. The problem with Miguel is his rushdown game is just way too good, and I don't like it. I don't like fighting him. It's just weird. Like, he has too many. He's like a Mexican Paul or something. He has way too many attacks that can cause like fucking super knockback, And I'm like, are you serious? I'm trying to open this guy up, but he has these large hammering blows that can knock you down in like 5 seconds. And I know I shouldn't be saying that because, you know, I'm a Paul Phoenix player, but I just don't like Miguel. I can't get behind him. I will only use him if I'm feeling cheap. That's it. Also, what is this? The Sultan of Nigga. There we go. I kind of remember. Oh shit, Scorpion. Okay. I kind of remember this level, but not really. Cause I was trying to watch a secret. I think there's a lot of secrets here. Okay then. Oh my god, it's Aladdin. It's Aladdin, it's Babir. It's everyone. Man, speaking of Aladdin, due to this level now, I don't know how I feel about the live action Aladdin movie. I don't know how I feel about these live action Disney movies in particular. It just seems like they're trying to cash in on the past. I think the last one was good, but the fact that they are removing the singing from Mulan is kind of dumb, in my opinion. And they were talking about all of that shit at Disney Expo, which kind of went under the radar. But it was cool, the stuff they were talking about with Avengers Infinity War, which that's going to be hype. The way it sounds is going to be so hype. Spider-Man has a new suit too, so that's pretty incredible. I will take that gem. And I think I died, so I can't access this. Wait, no, I can. It's not a death route. Well, if you definitely want to piss people off, pick Paul. It works like a charm for me. It's either him or Steve Fox. Those characters are just so easy to pick up and play. It's kind of ridiculous. Oh shit! I almost died. Actually no. I'm gonna kill myself so I can try to get all the boxes. Bayonetta is a Disney princess? Who said that? What? Oh my god, man. It's like, okay. Do people even pay attention to the publishers of a certain series anymore, or what? It's like, come on now. If something says Platinum Games on the box, I'm not gonna say it's Disney related. What the hell? Unless like Disney is also the publisher, then yeah, maybe that'll make sense. Also, goddamn, that's kind of hard to do. Also, what is this down here? There's some weird box placement in this game. Well, that's kind of stupid then. Because, you know, if Smash was on like a channel or something, I'm not going to associate it with the actual creation of that game. Unless the developer has some hand in it, you know. Because there are those moments where it's like, yeah, there's special credits. Also, what? That was pretty funny. But a lot of people don't read the fine print anymore, and it's kind of sad. He can still bounce you too. That's kind of annoying, I guess. Oh no, Nitro box. And they still jump. Are you serious? Ah! Well. I don't even know what happened there. Bayonetta is getting her own Disney show. No, the joke is that Disney tried to censor shit. Then they had Bayo for Smash on their channel, and the Bayo player won at Evo. I don't even see how they could censor Bayonetta, considering the fact that it's an M-rated game and sex is her appeal. So I don't get it. Also, stop ripping off my pants, you idiots. Vendetta is, I mean, you can still watch the movie, but it's not the greatest Resident Evil movie. If anything, Damnation's better. Damnation is still the best one in my opinion, because the standalone story just works. I don't know why, it just works. It really worked for that one compared to the other one. You can go back to Degeneration, which is boring. Or you can go to Resident Evil Vendetta, which is convoluted as fuck. It's like, pick your poison, but I talked about this before in my video too. Like, the CGI movies are not super perfect, but they're much better than the live action movies. Super better. Like, they are just like great. The live action movies are another form of cancer. He was okay as Chris Redfield, but I still prefer Roger Craig Smith. It's something about his Chris Redfield that makes it... Alright, see you, Austin. His Chris Redfield is just good. I don't know how to explain it compared to the other actors. Now, granted, the one in Remake was okay, but I still prefer Roger. I don't know why. Just something about his Chris that felt pretty on point compared to the other ones. Like I said, Degeneration is just boring. The problem, and I went back and I rewatched like all the CGI Resident Evil movies, and it just bored me. And the reason is, it's just way too much talking. But what makes it more interesting than Vendetta is it's not overly convoluted, and it knows what it wants to be. The movie is pretty much an outbreak in an airport, and then it expands from there. And then we get this whole scenario with the G-Virus, which is pretty cool, actually, at the end. I will say, despite the faults of Degeneration, they had a great climax. Because the fight with Leon and Curtis was pretty cool. I liked it. I really did. Yo, you could skip like half the level. What the fuck? Okay. Alright. Oh shit, please give me a checkpoint. No, fuck. Oh man, you know what? I need to put this on our to-do list, but we did watch the first Silent Hill movie, but we did not watch Revelation. And I heard that movie was so bad. I really need to watch it, because Silent Hill in 3D, it just, even the concept alone sounds like it doesn't make sense. Also, goddamn, my tiger got wrecked. And you have like two pyramid heads fighting each other. It's like, what's going on, man? I don't know how they jumped the shark so bad. So yeah, that could be a thing we could do in the future, because I have not watched that movie at all. Also, I think I got the checkpoint. Hopefully I did. But a lot of Comic-Con stuff, I was kind of surprised by some of the stuff they talked about too. Like, the major stuff was just, I am really surprised they're making another Iron Fist season. And they announced it. It's like, okay, now the stuff they said on the podcast, no, the stuff we said on the podcast, it really has to come into fruition. They really have to make Iron Fist really good, because the first season had some problems. Also, I never played this level either, so that's why I'm kind of holding the loaf right now. And they're remaking Death of Superman, because remember, Superman Doomsday sort of covered that, and they're sort of remaking it now to be comic accurate, which is going to be like animated and shit. It's kind of funny how they're doing that, because I could kind of see why they're doing it, because the comic book of Death of Superman and Superman Doomsday is way different. It's like there were so many superheroes getting wrecked and beaten and almost killed in the comic, and it just kept continuing. Like, Doomsday is a problem. He's screwing everything up. Send the National Guard, send everyone, and they still just got bodied. Oh my god, I hate these racing levels. This game is still fun though. Maybe not the best choice to stream this, but I need something to play while I'm talking to you guys. But this game seems easy compared to the other Crash games, so I'm probably gonna platinum this soon. At least I got the checkpoint. Yeah, Hellblade is not looking too appealing. I said this before too. Oh shit, it's been an hour. Alright guys, so actually I might call it. Because it's been an hour of talking to everyone. It's been an hour of addressing stuff for the group. I think this was a fun live stream. So whenever I upload the raw video, I will let you guys know. And if there's any questions, actually, I'm going to put this in the chat. Let me see this right here real quick. I actually made a curious cat. So if you want to ask me any questions about the Infinite Ammo Syndicate, if you want to ask me any questions about the application process, because I have a new application process now where members can join. Once you go through that application process, you will be able to send me a email, and we'll consider you for being possibly a new member of the group. But go to my Curious Cat, ask me anything. I put it in the chat right there. I'm going to bounce out of here. I might live stream later on my own channel because I don't know, I kind of want to talk about some of the Comic-Con shit, but at the same time it's like I kind of want to save it for a video, so I might just do that and talk off and on about it. I don't know, it'll just be a discussion while I'm playing like Horizon or something, because I really need to go back to that game. But the next time I live stream, I will let you guys know. This is Renegade Operative signing off. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this, and take care.